Hello, hello, and welcome to the Connecting Point. I am Dr. Marcy, your facilitator for this discussion today. This is the place where creators connect to inspire, share their ideas and stories to transform the world through raw and unedited talk. And today, audience, I am here with a colleague of mine. Yes, matter of fact, he's my teammate. We're both specialist teachers in the Atlanta Public Schools, yes. And this is Mr. Jean Devia.
Yes,
And,
ma'am.
and he's here to help me, help you understand Hispanic Heritage Month and why we even celebrate it and the importance of it. Welcome to the Connecting Point, John.
Hey, Dr. Marcy, thank you for the invitation. I'm really pleased to be here with you guys. And well, this is very exciting opportunity to share my thoughts and my insights about this important celebration here in the United States.
Yes. And so I've already told the Connecting Point, that's the name of the platform. We work together. His room is around the corner from mine. So that's the Connecting Point here. It's
Yeah, we're really close.
the field of education. Yes. So,
Yeah.
John, will you tell the audience a little bit about who you are, where you're from, and where you are now?
Well, I am from the beautiful country of Colombia.
Colombia.
Yeah, I was born in 1985 there. Then I moved to the States in 2018 and I started working in Texas as a teacher. And then last year I moved to, well, actually this year, 3 months ago, I came to work here in Atlanta, and I'm very happy to be here because I have met wonderful people like you, Dr. Marcy.
Oh, and we are so happy to have you. I mean, just this man has such a sweet spirit. I mean, I picked up on it the moment we met. Um, so I am glad that you're here, but I'm also glad that you took the initiative at the school where I am, West Manor Elementary School, to spearhead the Hispanic Heritage Month celebration. You
Yeah.
already knew the vision in your mind and you asked us to collaborate with you. And of course, we all said, what? See.
See, yeah, that was a word I heard all the time. Yeah, see, that
Yes,
was a
see.
was a beautiful thing to hear. Telling you guys to collaborate on this and have that impact from you guys saying yes. For me,
Mhm.
that was the kind of a beautiful and an inspiration to keep working on this. So, and I did it, and then here we are.
Here we are. So, can you tell the audience a little bit about the history of Hispanic Month celebration, Hispanic Heritage Month celebration? I know it's very similar to the Black History Month celebration for African Americans, as it started out as a 1 week celebration and then went
Mhm.
over into a full month. So, can you explain a little bit about that?
Well, as far as I remember, it started in 1968 for 1 week, actually for a senator in California.
Mm-hmm.
He just passed a bill, and then they approved it for 1 week. And in 1988, Ronald Reagan
Mm-hmm.
accepted that to increase the time of days. And then Mr. Bush, President Bush, say, yes, we can have a month for this. And he provided 31 days for celebration. So in his time as a president, it started to have a celebration of 1 month. And here we are more than 30 years later having this celebration for a month. So
Yes.
it's good to see that.
And the month, in case you don't know, it started on September 15th and it expands to October 15th. Can you explain a little bit about why the date is on September 15th? What's so
Yeah.
special about that
Well,
day?
the fact is that many Hispanic, well, actually, some Central American countries have their Independence Day during those days.
Mm-hmm.
The September 15 is the Independence Day of Honduras, Guatemala, and other ones. I don't remember exactly which ones are, but yeah, they started for that thing. Then we come from Mexico and others, Chile as well, and other different countries that celebrate their independence during these days.
So, that's special in itself because the kids are like, this is not the beginning of the month. Well, there's a reason why it's on September the 15th. It's
Yep.
independence, a celebration of independence.
You're
Now,
right.
I myself, I think it's very important to celebrate cultures, because culture is your lifestyle. It's how you do things. And we all have cultures. We have an American culture that we're under the umbrella of. Then we have an ethnic culture in our school. Then under that, we have home environment cultures. Then under that, we have school culture. Then under that, we have classroom cultures. So cultures are all around us. And it's very important to recognize them and be able to connect with cultures so that people feel welcome. And I do believe there is a connecting point in all cultures. Do you believe that?
Of course I do. Of course I do. And I can tell here when I came first to the United States, actually it was in 2007.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the first time I went abroad. Yeah. And I came to the United States. And I felt that I was kind of lost because I didn't know too much about the culture.
Mm-hmm.
But then when I started getting along with people and learning about how people live here, how people treat you, and how people eat, actually, it became very, very easy for me to start appreciating the culture,
mm-hmm.
Appreciating people. So I started learning about the American culture, and I love it. That's why I came here later, because this is a fascinating culture. And many friends of mine here, when they came to the United States in 2018, asked me about my culture, about Colombia. How is Colombia?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, unfortunately, we had like a bad image because of Pablo Escobar. Yeah, but then these have changed because people have learned more about our country. So they started talking about coffee. They started talking about the beautiful beaches, the beautiful places, the beautiful landscapes, the doctors, the painters, the singers. So they started learning about more of our countries and our cultures. And they asked me about a lot of about my food. So our traditional food, how we cooked. Can you try? Can you bring some food, Colombian food to us?
Mm-hmm.
And of course I did. And they started learning more about us too.
Well, you know what? I feel a little bad. You hadn't brought us any at West Manor.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yes, we are. I was thinking of that because we are having this next week, well, 2 weeks from now,
Yeah.
having our assembly, our celebration there. So we are going. I'm going to bring something for you guys to enlighten you guys from our food. Yeah.
So when I think about cultures connecting, I always say the connecting point for culture is the arts. If you really think about that, you're talking about food. That's culinary art.
Yeah, you're right.
Music.
Wow. Yep.
Arts form, visual arts, dance. I mean, even in our classrooms, I know you're working on a dance right now. You're integrating dance and movement into what you're doing. I'm integrating dance, movement, instrumentation, and words. So the music and the movement component has connected the cultures for you and I in our instructional moments with our children. And so that leads to this culture. Do we really know what culture is? I just said it's the way we do things, the way we live. That's how we do it. Now, there are some things that help people identify culture. One is traditions and rituals. So can you tell me a little bit about some of the traditions of the Hispanic culture?
Well, I will tell you one that we do in our country during December. Mm-hmm. We have the welcoming of our Jesus, mm-hmm. Yeah, for the 25th, sorry. So we starting like praying every night during 9 days. So it's every day is like a month. So we start praying, we get together, we invite friends and family to pray, and then we invite them food. Then we go to another house next day and pray and celebrate and read something about the historical time of this event. And that's what that's the way we do it. Then on the 24th at 12 a.m., we open gifts for the children. So like welcoming baby Jesus. And that's one way we celebrate Christmas. Yeah.
So is that considered Las Posadas?
Yep, the same
Las
thing.
Posadas.
This kind of,
Ah,
kind
I
of
do know about that.
you see, that's culture. So you are
Yeah.
rich and culture too. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, it's similar to that. You're right.
Las Posadas. And so, what about? We already talked about the food, and there's a term I do want to talk about this. There is a term that I use a lot in the music room, and the children have a difficult time understanding why I'm using the term, and that is Latin. So when I'm teaching about the Hispanic culture and the music of the culture, I say this is Latin music, and there's like, why not Hispanic music? Okay, so can you talk a little bit about why I would be saying Latin music?
Well, yeah, just that's good. You know that we are Latin because we are from Central America and South America. Yeah. So we know that we have another country that speaks Spanish, which is Spain. So that is part from Europe. So we mention Latin because we come from that part of the country, south part of North America. So that's why we speak Spanish, and that's why we are Latin Americans, actually.
Yes, and so the term Latino, you hear so much going around about, okay, should I say Hispanic? Should I say Latino? So what is appropriate?
But I would say that Latino is even more fancy to say.
Fancy. Yeah. Okay, well, then I'm going to say Latino.
Yeah, I actually I like it because it's more like cultural related. And when you tell me Latino, I think about music and about salsa, about dancing salsa.
Yes.
You know, about eating, about traveling, about the beaches, about having a cup of margarita next to the beach and drink it.
Yes, yes.
That's what I think when you mention Latino. When you say Hispanic, okay, that's good. It's more like very, very formal to say, let's say. Yep. So yeah, that's why maybe Latin Americans are more related to have a happy feeling, having a great mood all the time. So we, in my case, in my personal opinion, I would say that Latino for me is even better than Hispanic.
Even better, okay, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, let me ask you this. What are some, I heard it a little bit when you explained traditions and rituals. So what are some of those belief systems in the Hispanic culture that people should understand and be able to respect? What are some belief systems? Because that's part of culture. I know Christianity is one that is huge in the Latino community, but are there others?
Oh, well, one of the things I noticed when I came to the States was the lack of respect sometimes some kiddos has towards the adults. Yeah. Many Latin kids or many Hispanic kids, let's say, they have a very huge respect toward their adults. Yeah. So maybe you have seen my kids around. They are very quiet and very respectful to you guys.
Yes.
Because we teach them those values. Yeah. We teach them to be respectful to adults. It doesn't matter if we have the reason or not. We need to be respectful because they are adults. And if you feel that is not appropriate for you, if you don't feel comfortable to what you're saying, just raise your hand or talk to an adult, talk to your dad, and your dad is going to talk to the adult. But not get into arguments with adults because they need to be respected.
And yeah, I can say, in the schools where I teach now and have taught for quite some time, there is a huge influx of Latinos coming to the schools where I teach, and they're always respectful. I have not run across a student that is not respectful. But there was something that stood out to me a few weeks ago. After I taught, it was after teaching the salsa. Okay. And you don't know me. You don't know me like, a whole lot since you're new to West Manor, but I love to dance. I love to dance.
We need to try that.
Huh?
We need to try that then.
Okay. Well, I've already been doing it.
Okay.
So
So
yeah,
don't get surprised if in the Hispanic celebration I play some salsa music and I invite you
I'm
to dance.
ready. I'm ready.
Okay, so we ready?
I am ready. Now, after teaching salsa, actually one of the students shared the dance, and I just went on with it. However, after that lesson, one student, this child never hugs. She does not. It's like she ran to me and hugged me with just, you could feel the hug. And all that I could think about was she is so appreciative of sharing something from her culture and everybody embracing it. And so I say all that to say it is so important that we respect the culture of others and find a connecting point, because there is always a connecting point. There, you should not be going around saying, well, I don't know people, I don't know them, I don't know how to connect. There is one, and I'm telling you what it is. It is the arts, period.
I tell you something. Our music connects everywhere, you know.
Yes.
So the music, the dance we are practicing with the kiddos now, actually we have the roots from Africa. Yeah.
Yes.
So when we come here and I listen to some songs from Jamaica, okay, this is similar to what I listen in Colombia. And then when I come here and I listen to some hip hop or some music like very like reggae, let's say also country music and black, blue and jazz, and I say, okay, we have similar sounds, and so this is very common, and this part of the culture is like, okay, we are connected at some point, and
Yes.
these are the connecting points, as you say, Dr. Mercy, have in our country, yeah.
We are very connected. And I think most of that in my studies, I haven't done a lot of study here, but I do know a little bit about the historical background of why we are very similar. Because during the enslavement era, many Africans ended up in places where there were also Hispanic people. And so our cultures intertwined. That even goes back to the Harlem Renaissance. There was a Spanish Harlem, and there was Harlem, and there was a connect. Tito Puente, you're
Tito
familiar with
Puente,
that?
yep.
He specialized in Afro-Latin music. Why is it Afro-Latin? Because it has influences from African and Latin cultures. And so that is why, I believe that we are very close in our rhythm patterns, the way we move our bodies. So that is a major connecting point. The dance, the music. I just went to an event last evening, and it was a collaboration of African American, and Hispanic culture.
That's good.
And there was, when the Latin dancers got up to dance, there was everybody moving doing the salsa, the music, the instruments. It was just amazing. And the food.
Right, anytime you have another invitation, I'm in too. Just invite
Okay,
me.
I sure will. Listen. But I just wanted to point that out, that we have very, very similar cultural things when it comes to music and dance. Now, let's tell the audience a little bit about how did you even decide you wanted to teach Spanish in a public school system?
Well, when I was in Colombia, it was kind of tricky because we were in a comfort zone. I was working for a public school as well there, and I was working with some universities there. But then my wife said, we need to get out of this comfort zone. What are we going to do? So I said, okay, let's try another country then. And we were thinking about Europe or here in the United States. So as I told you, I had experience coming in 2007. So he said, let's go to the United States. And I applied for some places. And then in Texas, one of the schools, my former school, said, hey, come on, I need you to come and teach Spanish here. And I was teaching Spanish, but also math. So math in Spanish. I was the math teacher there. Then here, our principal said, hey, man, you got a good profile. I guess you are going to be a good fit here. So come to work here in Atlanta Public Schools. And I said, okay, let's go and try that. And well, I can tell you that I am enjoying it. I mean,
yeah, and we're so thankful to have you as a part of our team. So that means you can integrate math into what you do easily.
Yeah. And then when you see how you impact the kids, teaching the Spanish culture, teaching them your culture, how you feel about that, how you eat, how you move, how you talk, what you do, what to visit in your country. And they feel like a very passionate about what you're saying, and they feel that you are passionate as well for what you're saying. That motivates me more about what I'm doing. Yeah, and when I start talking to you guys, to my teachers and my colleagues, and explain and share our insights and different point of view of our countries, and they get like a motivated, hey, I want to go there. Hey, where can I go? Hey, what can I do? What places can I visit? So you feel like, okay, I'm doing a good work here, so let's continue doing it. And well, the kids, I see that the kids like it so far.
They do.
So we keep working hard for that. Yeah.
Well, that it is amazing to see, and I'm so thankful that you ended up where you are now.
Thank you.
Because I am so big on collaboration and integration. And so I didn't know, you didn't tell me that about you, about the math. Okay. So maybe you can do a little something to help our children really, really, really enjoy math.
Yeah.
While learning Espanol. Now, I do want to do something that may seem a little strange, but I want the audience, I don't want to leave the audience without some of the Hispanic culture. So are there a few words that you can share with us, or phrases that we could use in our communities where we have conversation with someone from the Hispanic culture?
Oh, so it depends. It's like, that's a tough one. Yeah.
I'll start with something I learned, and I just passed it on to the kids. Juntos and solito.
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 Uh-huh.
Solito and juntos. Did I say that right? Juntos. Together.
Juntos. 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 Juntos.
Juntos. Juntos. Juntos and solito.
There you are. Again,
so the difference between solo and
together.
Singing together. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm working on in my classroom. And in order to learn another language or to accept another culture, you have to be a risk taker. You can't just say, oh, I don't know how to do it, I'm not going to even try. Yeah, I'm learning. I learn from my students who are Latino. I learn from them. And then I just go on with it.
That's something that happens in every foreign language classroom. To have the students to take the risk That's the most difficult part for us as teachers.
Yes.
Yeah, and but as you just said, yeah, you have a different phonics for every word. So whenever you say juntos, for example, you
Juntos.
say juntos. Yeah. So they make those kind of mistakes and they feel like frustrated. Yeah. We adults are more like free on that. Yeah. But the kids are more, no, I don't want to make mistakes because they are going to laugh at me. Yeah. But yeah, I help them and encourage them to say the words, and they do. They really do.
And
Eh,
I'm listen, y'all. I messed up all the time. Sometimes they're looking at me like, "What are you saying?" just
that's
like
what
you,
that was
just
my
like you
favorite.
had to say not junk, because it's spelled Juntos. Um,
Yeah,
so I was pronouncing it wrong, but I did have Solito right, didn't I?
yeah, you did. That's
Oye,
great.
como va? I have that right.
Oye, ¿cómo va?
That's my favorite.
Mi
Listen here.
ritmo, mira aquí,
Yeah, that's my
mulata.
favorite. Now,
Eso es.
if you put that one on, I'm dancing.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes.
You gotta
Oye,
play it
como
there.
va?
Yeah,
Yes.
you gotta play it. We dance here together.
Yes,
But
I love that song.
coming back to the question, I use a lot this word vamos. Yeah, vámonos. Yeah,
Vámonos.
yeah, vámonos.
What does that mean?
Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah,
Vámonos.
vámonos. Yeah, yeah, let's go. Vámonos. It depends, yeah, because if we say I say vamos or vámonos, which means the same for me.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, so they move. Yeah. Or in the classroom, I also say line up. You say vamos, una fila,
Say that again.
una fila.
Una fila.
Eso, una
Okay,
fila.
una fila. Okay.
That's the Spanish word in Colombia, but here I have heard some people saying, Hispanic people saying una línea.
Oh,
Yeah,
now another.
that's another thing.
Yeah, that listen, I'll try to remember that. I'm gonna listen this week. I'm practicing.
Yeah.
Because I can count in Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
I know most people can do that. Uno, dos, tres. I know most people can do that. But I want to start learning some new phrases so that I can interject them into what I am teaching and make children feel welcome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, you're right, and yeah, and nowadays that the Hispanic population is increasing in every state in the United States, it's
Yes.
very important that the teachers know about that. Actually, not only the teachers. I mean, I guess people need to know. It's not mandatory, but should be very polite from some people say it, yeah, because we can avoid those kind of racist things that is happening sometimes. But feel these people, the Hispanic people, more welcoming to these beautiful countries as USA. Yeah.
So, can you tell the audience what you talked about earlier, that when you were able to connect with food or whatnot, you started feeling a little more comfortable? I just would like to know. Look, I told him to, just flow with me.
What do you want to know?
I would just like to know, when you walked into our school, what made you feel most comfortable? The initial thing that made you feel welcome.
You guys, without lying. When I felt that was very traumatic for me coming from Texas, because I was spending there 5 years and I had made a lot of good friends there. And some of them speak Spanish, so it was easy for me. When I came to Atlanta, and first time I met all of you guys, and I started talking to some people, they made me feel comfortable because they were like good friends, despite I didn't even know them. Yeah. And you, Dr. Simmons, whenever you are in front of me, you always have a smile. And this is what many of you guys have in the school. Many of you are smiling. Yeah. And I come smiling. So, and I feel, okay, this is a good place to work.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I go and start speaking with my colleagues in the waiting for the students or dismissing the students, and they are always having fun there.
Mhm.
So you feel, and they connect you there.
Yes.
They You
It's
are part of this community too, John. You are not alone. You come here, go out with us, have fun with us, make a joke, and then we make a joke to you too. But we do it. So we have fun. I have fun there, and I feel very very happy there. I can tell.
so I will say this: it's the culture.
It is the culture.
It's the culture in the school. I don't care. Listen here. The culture in that school, it resonates throughout the building. And so if anybody want to know the secret sauce to West Manor, it's the culture. It's the culture. And so, Mr. John, is there anything else you would like to share? Because tomorrow I'm bringing my music by your room.
No, and I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it. No, I'm really glad, Dr. Mercy, that you invited me here for real. It's a great pleasure to share with you and the audience as well. And you made me feel comfortable here. You see, first time doing it.
First time doing it. Hey.
Yeah. And then look, this is what we got.
Well,
and thank you
listen,
for that.
I am glad and thankful that you agreed to do it, but I have to put you on the spot.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Now, I would like you to leave the audience with a point to ponder. What would you like to leave the audience thinking about after this conversation?
Wow. We need to create. But one of the things I can tell you that let me feel more comfortable in any place I go is to know about the place I go. Yeah. And in our country, we learn a lot about other countries. Yeah. So we come over here with good insights. Yeah. One thing is to know it, but one thing is to live it. Yeah.
Right.
So I invite you guys to visit many countries as you can. Yeah. Okay. So live the country and live the culture. Because one thing is Mr. Devia here saying some things about the culture, but other thing is to taste the food and live
I'm waiting on it. I'm waiting on it.
Yeah.
I'm waiting on that taste of food. Yes. So, audience, point to ponder. Are you truly experiencing other cultures?
You put in better words, you see?
No, just different. We all just got different ways. Okay, audience. Now, Mr. Devia, is there any way, if somebody wants to call you up, not call you because we're not going to leave phone numbers, if someone wants to contact you through email maybe to come and share your culture with their students or someone else, how can they contact you?
Well, you can follow me. You can contact me to APS. I mean, my email or APS.
Oh, listen, audience, just contact me. I'll contact him.
Okay, yeah, Dr. Mercy can help you out with that. Yeah. I'm not good at social media. Let's say I have my Twitter and my Facebook, but just the Twitter is the one I kind of use regularly. But
okay, so that's what we got to help him with that, y'all.
Yeah.
I'm going to help him. So if you need Mr. John here to come out to speak to your students, he's open to it. I'm sure he is. That's why he's on here. Yes.
Yes, I am.
So just reach out to me and I'll contact him. And like I say every week, if you would like to be a part of this discussion on the connecting point, reach out to me at drmarcyts@gmail.com. You can go to the website at Dr. Marcy's Connections, or you can join a group of creators on Facebook, the Connecting Point for Creators group. It's just a platform for creators of all kinds to share their ideas, to promote one another, and to receive daily aspirations throughout the week. If that sounds like something you're interested in, audience, just send a request to join, and we'd love to have you. This show airs on Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. on YouTube, Instagram TV, Twitter, Facebook, and on Wednesdays, you can receive it on KBCN TV, Spotify, and Anchor. All I ask is that you like and share the podcast so that others may be inspired. Thank you again, Mr. John.
Muchas gracias a ti.
Thank you. And audience, until we get this moment again, peace and blessings. Bye-bye. How do you say peace and blessings?
Paz y bendiciones.
Say that again.
Paz y bendiciones para todos.
What he said. All right, audience, peace and blessings. Bye-bye.